Hey everyone, and welcome to the VitaCast episode 27. I'm your host, Tyler Oltoff, and with me is Kyle Wakeling.
Hey guys.
And back again is Paul Murphy. What's up, Paul?
Hi everyone.
And Yuki doing the recording, as always. First, let's start off with what we've been playing. And Paul, what have you been playing? I'm going to start it off a little weird this time.
Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit over the last week. I finally got round to playing The Walking Dead.
Nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Which season? 1 or 2?
Just season 1.
Okay.
I decided to finally give it a go when it was on sale, sort of like 5 or 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's been in my backlog, and I finally got the opportunity to play it, and I didn't put it down.
Nice. Did you finish it, or are you
I've finished the main story. I haven't done the 400 days DLC yet, but I've got the plan on.
Is it made you interested in Season 2?
I will be getting Season 2, but I'll wait until it's complete.
Okay.
The thing I really liked about it was, the intensity of playing the whole story over the weekend.
Right.
I think it probably would have lost its appeal if I had to wait a month in between each episode. It was fresh, and it was sort of like I say, it was addictive, and I couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
I've also been playing Lemmings Touch over the weekend. My review will be going up shortly after we've finished recording.
Nice.
It's pretty good. It's Lemmings. You know what to get. Does exactly what it says on the tin.
That's good. Anything else?
Bits of Dynasty Warriors off and on. I've really got to finish my review. I'm probably there now by the end of this week, hopefully. It's another game that fans of the series will know what to expect. But that's pretty much what's been taking up my time over the last week.
Right. Yeah, I've been playing MLB 14 still after my review. My review just posted, and I enjoyed it. There's some problems, but if you read it, you'll see what I was talking about. But I'm still playing it, even after playing tons of hours of it. I'm still playing it, but I've been noticing issues still, and it's just like it gets a little frustrating. And I'm hoping that with next year's version, they can iron out a lot of these errors that they they put in 14. But other than that, it's a really good baseball game, and yeah.
It seems to be quite a common thing at the moment, though, doesn't it? With little issues in games,
that
need to be addressed.
Yeah, I think the other problem though is that with the PlayStation 4 version, they've been completely focusing on that, and I mean they haven't even really talked about the Vita version at all. So it's clear that they're putting much more time into the PS4 version, which makes sense because the PS4 is going to be their main system to go to when anything is cross-platform. So it sucks to see that the Vita version is getting less attention, but they're still trying, which is good. But they need to try a little harder to make sure those Vita versions are being sold.
Yeah, well, as a parent, when you get a new kid, you don't forget about the one you already had. It'd be a good thing for them to try and remember, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Other than that, I've been playing a little bit of Borderlands 2. Not too much. Been really sucked into MLB. What else have I been playing? Oh, Little Big Planet. I've been running through the DC Comics DLC. I've been loving the crap out of that. It's so entertaining with the new stuff that they added in there. The wall jump, the cape or whatever, so you can glide around. It's so entertaining. And it's Little Big Planet, and I love Little Big Planet, so.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Little Big Planet.
Other than that, I think that's it. What about you, Kyle?
Yeah, I've been playing Soul Sacrifice Delta pretty much the whole week. Other than that, a little bit of Hot Shots as usual, but haven't deviated much. I've just been kind of trying to see if I can get that 100% on Soul Sacrifice Delta.
Are you quite close now?
I'm up to pack 10 in the extra packs or whatever, and I have everything else done, and I'm just going through those and kind of one by one taking them out, so getting close. I'm like 60% in trophies.
Yeah, it's getting close.
Yeah.
Is that all you've been playing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kyle. You need to
What?
open up your range of games. Come on.
I know, but I'm just so like engrossed, and I got Hot Shots for PS3 too, so I'm going back and forth between Vita and PS3 playing it. So
Well, you're busy.
yeah. Plus, I was roofing this weekend, so I didn't have a huge chance to play a lot of video games.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
get back
practically
into it.
absent the whole weekend. I sent you a few messages on Skype, and you must have just been tired. And
Oh, I was gone for most of the weekend. I did 12-hour days. I'm burned to a crisp. So, yeah.
Well, if you can hear kids
you
talking
can hear
in the
my
background,
daughter in the background
don't mind them.
asking who I'm talking to.
All right, well, let's talk about the new releases for this week. Kyle, what do we got this week?
All right. This week we've got Lemmings Touch, which is coming out in North America and Europe. Monster Monpiece, which is coming out in North America. Mine Zero, which is coming out in North America and Europe. The Sly Cooper Trilogy, which is coming out only in North America. And Borderlands 2, which is finally hitting Europe.
Hooray! Finally.
Are any of you guys getting any of these games?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting Borderlands 2. It should be coming hopefully before Friday. You know, it's out on Wednesday for Europe, but we have to wait until Friday in Britain. Boo. So hopefully it will be delivered early by Shop 2. They usually do, and then I can get straight into it.
I've been
Nice.
thinking about Monster Mod Piece. I like card games sometimes, but I haven't played a video game card game in a long time.
It's really racy, apparently. It's like if you can go to their Wikipedia page, you can tell it's a pretty sexualized game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll think about it. Depends on how much it is. I don't remember. I think they posted how much it is, but I can't remember.
I think it's $29.99.
29, really?
I think so.
That was more than I was expecting.
Well, it's supposed to be like a card battle game with like more RPG elements, I guess, too. So I don't know. It's supposed to be a little bit more than just card battle.
Okay. And then, yeah, I've also been thinking about the Sly Cooper collection, though. But I don't know.
Maybe you can review it, Tyler.
Sly Cooper? Or the Monster one?
Monster one. The Sly Cooper trilogy has already been reviewed by John.
Oh, okay.
It was one of his last reviews that he did.
Nice. Yeah, maybe I might take Monster one, but who knows? All right, well, let's head on to the news for this week. We got a decent list here. First up, talking about the game we were just talking about, Monster Monpiece's European release is delayed. Idea Factory has announced that the card game Monster Monpiece European release has been delayed by 1 week, originally due to release in Europe on May 28th. The digitally only title, Monster Monpiece, will now launch on June 4th. The reasoning for this delay is to allow for this game to be made available in Russia, Germany, and Switzerland. Before this delay, Monster Monpiece was not due to release in these regions. Yeah, so there you go. Next week. Next up, Freedom Wars demo receives a date. SCE Japan's studio's upcoming title, Freedom Wars, is to receive a demo in Japan next month. According to Famitsu magazine, a demo for Freedom Wars will be released in Japan on June 12th. It is also said that those that purchase Soul Sacrifice Delta will receive early access to the demo with the ability to download it from June 6th. An announcement for the demo was scheduled for this week, as reported here, ahead of the game's release date on June 26th. There's still no news on a Western release date for Freedom Wars. As soon as any news does surface regarding the release date of the game, or indeed its demo, you can be sure to find it here on the Vita Lounge. Next up, more on Monster Monpiece and its sequel, Mora Chronicles. Mora Chronicle Compile Heart sequel to Monster Monpiece has sold out in some retailers, with the game's developers scrambling to release a new shipment on May 21st. Launching last week, Moro Chronicle has shipped over 50,000 units in Japan. Monster Monpiece also sold out in its first week with 27,000 units shipped. The Monster series is shaping up to be another successful series for Compile Heart, who also make the Neptunia series. There is no Western release date as of yet for Mora Chronicle, Although Idea Factory has said that they do wish to bring the game to Western shores, Monster Bomb Peace is due to release for North America today, as you heard, and Europe next week.
Alrighty, moving on with the news here. Broken Sword developer Revolution added their latest developer diary to the website with news of interest to Vita-owning Broken Sword fans, in Europe at least. Developer Diary number 10 on the Revolution website offers a release window for the second episode of the Kickstarter-funded Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse. The PlayStation Vita version is now with Sony Europe and will release before the end of this month, although that's tomorrow, so we'll see. There was also a rather unexpected nugget of good news for anyone who hasn't kept Broken Sword on their off-crowded Vita memory card and has subsequently lost their Episode 1 save file. The developer diary mentions a new feature which allows you to start from Episode 2 from the game's menu. This will be a welcome relief for anyone who is expecting to replay the first episode prior to Episode 2's release. Next up, the classic mobile game Jet Car Stunts will be making a leap to PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and Vita this summer. Grip Games is updating this high-speed racing platformer with revamped visuals, new cars, more levels, and new modes, including new asynchronous multiplayer with leaderboards. Jet Car Stunts will be cross-buy and cross-play on PlayStation platforms. Expect to see a Jet Car Stunts digitally on PS3 and Vita this July, followed by a PS4 release in August. And romantic comedy manga series Nisekoi is getting its own Vita game, and we've got the teaser site to prove it. Once a manga, now an upcoming PlayStation Vita title in Japan, and in under 52 days and 18 hours, as of me reading this, we'll know even more. Here's what we do know, though. There's a picture on the teaser site, and it has a piece of paper on it. The piece of paper on top reads, Nisekoi Vita main scenario, Chitoge route, 1 of 3, leading us to believe that the characters will have multiple routes or parts to their route in the game. Also, while it's not set in stone, we're hearing a fall release for the title, and it's likely a visual novel. While that's not much to go on at this point, it's better than nothing, and we've got less than 2 months to wait for more. Keep an eye on the Vita Lounge for more on Nisekoi as it develops.
Alright, next up, Chaos Head Duel coming to Vita this summer in Japan. A dual pack featuring 2 Chaos Head titles on one cart is coming to Japan this August. According to Siliconera and Japanese retailer HMV, 5BP is bringing visual novel series Chaos Head to PlayStation Vita as Chaos Head Duel. This compilation includes 2 games, Chaos Head Noah and Chaos Head Love Choo Choo, on one PlayStation Vita cart. No other details are available. Well, actually there is. Chaos Head Duel confirmed and limited edition detailed. So this is some more information about it. Leaked by Japanese retailer HMV earlier this week, 5BP has now confirmed that Chaos Head Duel will be coming to the PlayStation Vita. Chaos Head Duel will bundle Chaos Head Noah, Chaos Head Love Choo Choo, and a sexy patch modifier together for a total of 5,800 yen. For 7,800 yen, you can pick up the limited edition, which adds the official movie works, high-resolution trailers, and the opening movie on Blu-ray, and the official design book and art book featuring illustrations from Yukihiro Matsu, sure, and character designs from Mitsumi Sasaki. Chaos Head Duel is due to release in Japan on August 21st. For all the news surrounding this release, be sure to check the Vita Lounge regularly. Next up, I always forget how to say this name right. Trails in the Flash 2's Sarah and Crow. We get a look at 2 of the returning characters to The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Flash 2. Sarah and Crow. The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Flash 2 takes place after the first game, with several key characters from the previous game like Tovar and Claire returning to different roles. We get a look at 2 more characters from the fray and how they'll be included in the sequel. Once one of the youngest ranked A bracers, also known as Claire, Sarah is currently the teacher of class VIL, though she may come across as As a knockout, she's actually got a habit of drinking during the day and has a slovenly side to her private life. She became a teacher after the Prime Minister pressured her into quitting her duties as a bracer and has been working at Thor's Academy ever since. In the first game, Crow was a senior of Rian and the others and attended Thor Academy for 2 years. He got along with the student council president Toa, along with Angelica and George. Due to slacking off on a regular basis, he was at risk of having to repeat the second year, getting sent to class V... Wait, that'd be 7. as a way to bring his grades back up. He is frivolous but reliable, and was well accepted by Rian and the others. Some more information, more characters, introducing Trails in the Flash 2's Elise and Celine. So let's read up on these people. The biological child of Schwartzers, who attended St. Australia All-Girls Academy in the first game, Elise has feelings that appear stronger than that of sibling love of her brother Rian. Not related by blood, Elise shows her care for Rian by traveling all the way to Thor's Academy to help him out. We also see a glimpse of Celine, Emma's cat, who was kept a secret when Emma first entered the academy. Celine is not a traditional pet cat, more of a guardian to Emma, and can communicate with humans. Celine provided to be help to Rian in the first game, and it looks like she will be around in Trails in the Flash 2 to be of assistance. A few weeks ago, Kyle posted details of this Cavalry God, a mecha partner creation spell that is available to Rian. Here we are introduced to Valmar and Panzer Zolda, who will be your command to provide offensive might in battle. Due to release in Japan on September 25th, there has been no news yet on a Western localizations for The Legend of the Heroes Trails in the Flash 2. As soon as we hear anything, the Vita Lounge will be sure to keep you posted. Until then, here's a look at the Mecha Partner creation spells in action. So there's some screenshots if you're going to check those out.
Okay, have Rockstar got a City Stories title incoming? We were sent a link on Twitter by Vita Plus News for a listing for a trademark application. We're not an expert in this field by any means, but the patent was seemingly filed by Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two Interactive. The keywords in the patent are City Stories. The artwork for the filing is from 2 of the previous handheld entries in the series, Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. Could we be about to see HD Vita versions of the PSP classics, or perhaps even something new? We would love to see anything GTA related on the system, and it would be a massive deal and a boost for the handheld. Do you think there's anything specific in this, or is it just Take-Two updating a patent? We reached out for a comment and didn't hear anything back, and then we said, in the meantime, let us know in the comments, and there's 26 comments of people passing their opinions on what they think's happening.
Yeah.
Since we posted this, a screenshot turned up on the internet from one individual claiming to show a tweet from Rockstar confirming it, but that's the only image that's been seen on the internet, so obviously nothing's been confirmed yet.
Yeah. I'm a little wary about it.
Yeah, well, that's why we haven't posted anything else about it. You know,
yeah, I really hope so, though.
Absolutely, you know, but all the people on the internet and only one person caught Rockstar tweeting this. You know, so it's a little bit fishy to say the least.
Yeah,
but hopefully we'll hear something at E3.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got some Minecraft news. The PS Vita version of Minecraft will be out in August. Owen Hill from Mojang took to the website to finally confirm a few details for the upcoming Vita version of Minecraft. He told us that the Vita version will be available on PSN in August. It will include all of the features from the most recent PlayStation 3 version, including online play on Vita. Ooh. If you've bought the PlayStation 3 version, you'll be able to upgrade for free. They're working with Sony to find out how you can go from the physical version of Minecraft PlayStation 3 to get the digital copy of the Vita version. And they'll have more information closer to release. So everybody that has got the PS3 version will get it on Vita for free. They said those fluent in Sony speak can refer to this as cross-buy. It will cost $20 in America. The UK price on retail looks like it's going to be around about £12 or £13. It doesn't matter if you buy it for the PS3 or Vita first, you'll get it for both platforms. Saves are transferable from the PlayStation 3 and Vita versions. You'll be able to craft at home on the PlayStation 3 and then continue on the bus or the toilet with your Vita. Any DLC you have for the PlayStation 3 version will work on the Vita. It's subsequently been confirmed that it won't have cross-play with the PlayStation 3 version. But apart from that, it's cross-buy, cross-save, which is pretty big news.
Yeah. I heard that it's cross-save with PS4, but you can't just go back.
You can send it one way.
Right.
You can send it from your PlayStation 3 or your Vita to the PlayStation 4, but it can't go back. And the PlayStation 4 version is basically 36 times bigger in world size. So Owen said, you can send it one way. If you try and send something 36 times bigger back, it's just going to break the internet or something.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a massive Minecraft fan. It's a big deal. I mean, not enough noise is being made about it. This is proper Minecraft on the go.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
And being able to take your PlayStation 3 version with you is massive news.
You and I are going to have to play together.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they sold 21 million copies of the Pocket Edition, and with respect to the Pocket Edition, it's vastly inferior to what you can play on the console.
Right.
So being able to play the proper one on the go, it needs a marketing push. That's going to sell systems for you.
Oh yeah.
It's the only system selling indie, but if you've got it,
show it off.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the saying, isn't it? But we'll have more news as soon as we can, obviously.
Yeah.
And next up, Invisimals: The Resistance is coming to the Vita. The Invisimals are back, and once again battling their way onto the Vita. Sony Europe have just announced that The Resistance will be the follow-up to the previous title, The Alliance. Just when you thought that peace had returned to the world, those pesky extractor robots are at it again and causing trouble. It's up to you to capture and train your Invisimals to protect the Alliance against the new threats that have arisen. They said in their press release, the world of Invisimals: The Resistance features a pulse-pounding storyline that immerses players in an epic adventure. The evil extractor robots have returned and launched an all-out assault on Alliance headquarters, thrusting players into an undercover mission to save the Invisimals from danger and defeat their foes. Storm the interactive battle arenas where geezers erupt without warning and train your critters into champions. With 150 creatures waiting to be captured, including 90 classic favourites from the previous Invisimals titles, The Resistance offers players the chance to share their unique Invisibles experiences with fellow collectors through newsfeed and merchandise integration. There's also a bunch of new screenshots on the website that we've got for this title as well.
Nice.
Brad loves this. He praised it to high heaven, despite it being a child-orientated game. He enjoyed it an awful lot, and obviously we need a lot more child-orientated titles to try and get that kind of demographic buy-in the platform.
Yeah, I've thought about getting the first one, and I think it's coming out to the West, or not to the West, to North America soon.
Yeah,
I think, but I don't know.
I mean, it was recently. I mean, for UK gamers and European gamers, it was recently on Amazon for about £12 or £11.
Yeah.
It was proper cheap. So, and Brad says it's a little bit of a grind, but it's a manageable platinum. So if that gets anyone's go, then
Kyle just woke up. He's like, "What, platinum?"
No, I'm still sleeping.
Okay, Kyle.
All right, I guess we're moving on with the news here. A little bit of news from Tecmo Koei Europe as they announced that Samurai Warriors 4 will be coming west this autumn. Already available in Japan, Tecmo Koei Europe made the announcement at London MCM Comic Con that Omega Force's hack-and-slash game is on its way. Tecmo Koei America haven't made their own announcement regarding Samurai Warriors 4 release, but as soon as they do, the Vita Lounge will keep you informed. Next up, Lost Dimension news. In Lost Dimension, a role-playing game from developer Landcurse, there is a possibility that the world could be destroyed in 13 days unless evildoer The End can be stopped. The End proclaims war against those with abilities. A secret military agency of those ability users called SEALed quickly forms as a countermeasure to stop The End. Famitsu this week introduced us to 2 members of SEALed. The first of the 2 members we are introduced to is 2-year Olbert. Tuya's ability is that he can freely control electricity as well as having magnetic powers. Tuya Olbert's grandfather was a famous figure of an underground society that influences the world's business and politics. This influence led to Tuya receiving an elite education from a young age. The second member of SEALD that we meet is Himeno Akatsuki, who boasts a combustive abilities. Counter these hot powers is Himeno's cool personality. Rarely reacting to things that happen around her, Himeno Akatsuki often says that she has no interest in saving the world. As well as meeting these two members of SEALD, we also get a glimpse inside the mysterious monument known as the Pillar. The giant pillar appeared alongside the end and features multiple areas split into different layers. For example, the first part is part of a ruin in New York City, while the second is called Memories of the Genesis. Lost Dimension is set to release in Japan on August 7th. With no news yet on a Western localization, be sure to check the Vita Lounge for all news regarding Lost Dimension as it happens. And a little bit of news on Planet Destroyer Blackheart. The battle system in Planet Destroyer Blackheart is taking a deviation from the traditional Neptunia formula. However, players will still choose a mission from story and side missions that can be replayed later in a rematch simulation. After selecting the mission, players will then select the army and leader, each of which have unique characteristics, making each one different in battle. For example, some units are better for climbing terrain than others. Since falling damage is present, selecting a team that can climb well is ideal for battlefields with a rough landscape. When skills and special abilities are used by units right next to each other, a kiss on the cheek can be used to activate Lily Boost, a mode that can affect 4 characters and has the ability to transform the leader into a goddess for 3 turns. This allows her to float in battle and increase all stats of her unit. This will also grant Lily points, which allow for a special attack that has potential to change the flow of battle. Outside of battle, players can craft from minerals and materials that can turn Noir's dull, empty room into something that a goddess would truly live in. Planet Destroyer Blackheart is set to release on May 29, 2014 on the PlayStation Vita.
All right.
And that's all our news.
Yeah, there we go. So you had this talking point here for release dates. Did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, well, Paul and I were just talking briefly before this, and we were talking about how crazy the release dates are, and just how, like, you see a lot of weeks where it's either very sparse, one game releasing or no games releasing, and then we've got weeks where it's like 5 or 6 big titles coming out like during the week, and we just can't really understand why they're releasing like the schedule like this. You would think that they would spread the games out a little bit more.
A lot of it will be down to certification as well, when things actually pass through and then they get approved. But it's sometimes it's just ludicrous. I mean, last week Sparkle 2 released and that was it. And then this week, especially in America, you've got 4 titles coming out, and where gamers, gamers are then having to choose, and then you think in a couple of weeks' time, that there might only be 1 or 2 things out again. And if things were spaced out a little bit better, and you started being a little bit more, having a bit of common sense when you're putting things together. I mean, we had a situation last year where OMG Zombies came out. And then a couple of weeks later, something else zombie-related came out as well. I think it was Zombie Tycoon, or it was the other way around. One came out first and the other one came out afterwards. And it's like, they're both going to be taken away from the same audience when you think that a little bit of common sense, if you delayed it for a month or so, you had a better impact with your game.
Right.
It's... How do people choose between Monster Monpiece and Mine Zero this week? It's one of them's going to have to go by the wayside. I mean, and both of them have been released the same week as Watch Dogs on PlayStation 4.
Yes.
Surely your people in your marketing and your planning teams know these kind of things. We had a situation last year where Mercenary was going to go up against Grand Theft Auto 5. They bottled it, pulled it forward. Because you can't compete with these big juggernauts. It's you gotta be sensible.
Yeah, they definitely need to work on the release date situation, spacing them out a little bit more, not just, jamming them through certification, then putting them out. Like, the first date that's available would be nice, because not only that, like, a lot of games you see them come out, and then, like, within a week they have a patch. It would give them time to work on these patches that they're trying to get for day one and stuff like that. Because really, we're also seeing a lot of games that are released that really shouldn't be released. A good example is that Starlight Inception. Like these games shouldn't be released yet. They should have waited. There's no reason to jam it through certification and get it out there right away.
And Borderlands too.
People would rather a finished game that's completely done. Maybe a couple bugs, but well above playable and not needing a day one patch to be received well. That's what people would like.
It's a similar story, Kyle, to everything with the Vita. There's no real strategic planning. It's as soon as it gets through that certification, that's it. It's out. It's released. And I know these guys have overspent on their budget, and they need the game to release to get their money back, and so on and so forth to actually start to generate a return for them. But what's the point of the certification process as well if these things are slipping through? It's like Lufthansa has spent an eternity in certification because something wasn't right, or this wasn't right, or they wanted this changed, and so on and so forth. And then you've got big, buggy, broken messes just rushing through. I mean, Borderlands 2, all right, it's had a couple of patches already, and the feedback from that has been good. How did it get through certification with game-breaking bugs? It's because they bundled it with in America, wasn't it? And they had to then make that date.
Yeah, it was a bad situation for sure.
Yeah,
and they definitely need a little bit more planning, a little bit more thought behind some of the things they do.
Yeah, I mean, 4 or 5 games in the same week and then nothing for a week or two doesn't do anyone any favours because, all right, it's a digital-based system and you can buy the games whenever you want at your leisure. A lot of people, this is why we need to keep talking about games, because a lot of people forget, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks down the line, they'll have forgotten what came out. They'll be on what's on new, and that's why so many Vita gamers do have big backlogs, because they do keep going back and saying, oh yeah, there's that, and oh yeah, there's that, and I got that, and I haven't got time for it. I like the look of mine Zero. I don't see where I'm going to have the time for it. at the moment, it's...
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I have bought in games, and then something else that is the next week, more stuff comes out. I'm like, well, I'm going to get this now, and then I totally just forget about the other stuff, and it's like, there goes the backlog. Growing.
It's not just that. I mean, sometimes you do pick up something like the Walking Dead, which just is riveting and just grips you, and you can't put it down.
Right.
And then everything else goes by the wayside. It's a good job my kids are old enough to be self-sufficient. I am just joking. But it's like all these other things I've been playing. This is why Dynasty Warriors has fallen by the wayside, because I've written probably around about 90% of the review now. But it's just I keep playing other stuff that I would much rather play than that. Not to say it's a bad game, but everything else is just taking my time and my attention away. And it's like
yeah,
really do that.
Just wait till Minecraft comes out.
Well, yeah, then I think I'll have to get somebody else to run the site. I mean, we're not
Good thing I don't like Minecraft. I'll be the only one there.
Yeah, you'll have to go on a recruitment drive. We'll start recruiting now. Although probably
people who don't like Minecraft, please join our site. We're going to have a problem. We're anticipating a problem, guys.
The interview requirement: you don't play Minecraft.
Exactly.
We're going to have to get them into it.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
You'll get the bug.
Never. Never.
I've tried with Terraria so much, Paul. I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, I don't think you get me into Terraria. I mean, I've tried playing Terraria, and I can see where everybody loves it. It's just not for me. It's. I think that you're either one or the other.
Yeah.
With a lot of regards, I think it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, I really love Terraria, but I also really love Minecraft. I don't know, they both just fit what I want in that type of game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm
looking forward to big lounge play sessions. I mean, depending on how many people it is online on the Vita version, we could have big sessions going where we just build massive masterpieces. I mean, That's the beauty of it.
Right.
Just have one game save and everybody just comes and joins in. No one's allowed to break our stuff or they get banned. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Kyle.
What? I'll just be chilling playing Hot Shots Golf while you guys are over there Minecrafting.
Well, fine, Kyle. Jeez. All right. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about on release dates or anything else?
I think that pretty much just covers it. I mean, you can't always plan for everything.
Right.
Sometimes things will happen, but this is where I'm not saying that these guys should delay their games for another few weeks or a month or something like that. It's just look at what's coming, look at your window, and surely it's business. It's business 101. Surely, you look at your opportunity to launch something, and launching a game the same week as 3. When
Right.
there's nothing the next week. It's
Yeah,
surely
it's kind of obvious. Like, take the free
it's
week.
a no-brainer. Do you want some competition or do you want a free shot? That's my opinion.
It's a no-brainer.
I wonder how many people buy games like Sparkle on weeks when that's the only thing out, just because that's the only thing out.
Absolutely.
Like, I wonder how many people like do that kind of thing, because like taking like a game like that, like Sparkle, where it's not something super entertaining, it's not something like grandiose, something that's been advertised. It's a sequel to a game that's puzzle, sit down, kind of relax and go through this puzzle game kind of thing. And I wonder how many people bought that just because there's nothing this week, and there's so many games that they could have bought instead, but they just went, this is new, so I got to get it.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's there, and they've got a few quid in their wallet.
That's right.
I might as well just buy it.
That's right.
But I do that. I mean, like in the sales, if things go below £2 or £3, I buy it on impulse. Even if like Nun Attack, I haven't even touched. It's sitting there in my download list. It's like loads and loads of games that I've just downloaded because they were cheap.
I've got quite a few of those too.
Oh yeah.
It's a problem. We've got a Vita addiction, you guys.
We should start a website.
Vita clinic.
All right, let's head on over to our next topic, listener mail. What do we got this week, Kyle?
All right, well, I've only got one piece of listener mail here, and it's from Dan from Snohomish, and he comments and asks, "What's up, Kyle and Tyler? I'm just curious as to whether you'll think we'll see Gravity Rush 2 at all this E3. Take care."
And Paul.
Yeah, we
Well,
got to get Paul in here regularly, and then people will know to talk to Paul.
exactly. First, I have a question for Dan, if he can ask next week. Is he talking about Snohomish in Washington? Because there's a Snohomish city that's literally like 10 minutes away from where I live. I'm just curious about that. If not, then just ignore my question. Gravity Rush 2 at E3. I don't know.
I'll start on this one. I think it's unlikely.
Yeah.
I think that we'll be lucky if we see anything from Gravity Rush in a Western sort of thing this year. I think our best hope for seeing anything for Gravity Rush 2 will be at the Tokyo Game Show in September.
Yeah.
I think it's extremely unlikely that we'll see it this year in Western shores.
Yeah, I think with E3 they're going to focus more of a Western audience, and Gravity Rush is not a Western audience-grabbing game, really. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Nothing's known of it,
Right.
really, in the great scheme of things, and they're not going to use E3 to announce it before they've even announced stuff in Japan, in my opinion.
Right.
I think it's one for Japan before we find out what's going on.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Hope I'm wrong. It would be nice to see it at E3. It'd be nice to see anything related to E3, but
they could do like a teaser like video, like a whole bunch of different videos, like guess what, this is all going to be announced soon, and then they just show like a teaser clip, like 5 seconds of a whole bunch of games that are coming, and then you see like Cat for 5 seconds. I mean, that could technically be at E3, but not like a whole like, let's have a guy talk about this is Gravity Rush 2, here's a trailer, let's talk a bit about it. I don't think they'll go to that extent.
I think actually it's more likely that we're going to see I can't remember what conference it was, what that trailer that they released, the Japanese trailer where it's like the CGI stuff for the new Gravity Rush from last year. I think that there's a possibility that we could see that again at E3, just so that the Western audience kind of gets it, that it's coming.
remembers.
But I don't think we're going to get any dates or anything, because I think that's going to be Tokyo Game Show.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be surprised if we see Gravity Rush 2 at all this year. But we'll see.
I'm thinking probably December for Japan if they make this year. If not, though, I'm thinking probably late Q1 next year.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see. I'm excited though. Hopefully something.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
It feels
it's a great game. It's a great game, and they follow that up and refine the few little niggles that it had. You know, they're going to be onto a winner.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess that answers the question. And that's all we had, Kyle.
That's all we've got.
Well, thank you, Dan from Snohomish, for answering or sending us a question and hopefully answering my question. Next up, game recommendation. And Paul, do you have something to recommend our audience?
Just as I said at the top of the show, if you've not played the Walking Dead before, definitely give it a go. It's relatively linear in terms of experience, and it's got a few little niggles, as Kyle alluded to in his review for both the first and season 2. Not enough to put you off though. It's kind of like a create your own adventure, as was said on our forum the other day, where although the overall story plays out to the same conclusion, the people you take along with you, the relationship you form, who lives, who dies, all of these things you influence with your choices and decisions. And it's just unbelievable. Can't believe I've never played it before.
Well, now you have.
And now I have. And as I say, my review for Lemmings will go up very shortly, if it's not up already by the time you're listening to this. If you're a Lemmings fan, it's pretty much more of the same. Disappointing that they didn't take sort of like try to remake Tribes, which was the sequel to the first title. Everything that they've ever done since with Lemmings is always kind of reinventing the first one, not looking at the far superior sequel. But if you're a Lemmings fan, it's more of the same. It's quite enjoyable. Not everything is touch based. You can use the physical controls to sort of like refine which lemming you want to use in case you're worried you pressed the wrong one. It works. It's fun. And at the price, it's just under €10, $10 and £7.99. It's worth a punt.
Nice. Well, all right. With that, I think we are going to get out of here, unless anyone wants to yell at someone or say something before I get out.
Best wrap it up before my kids come back in and start screaming at who I'm talking to again.
Yeah, probably a good idea. All right. Well, you can check all the news stories that we talked about by going to thevitalounge.net. Don't forget, we're all on Twitter. I'm at Mr. PS Vita Reviews. Kyle is at Teflon Tactics. Paul, I have not said yours very often, so I'm blanking on what yours is. Right?
P Murphy 1978.
Boom, there it is. Yuki, I think, did I already say Yuki? Well, I don't know if I did already, but I'll just say it again. At Yuki_WR. You can find us on Facebook. Just search the Vita Lounge. Don't forget we have a YouTube channel, Lounge Play, where I post some of all of the podcast episodes that we've done so far, and also we do Lounge Plays on there. Hopefully, like every week I say, we get this going again, but we're all pretty busy, so you never know. But we're working on it. Maybe you guys should start bugging us and be like, come on, guys, get back in the game. And then we'll be like, all right, we need to.
Well, we had Charlie, Brad, and myself had a big, long Killzone Mercenary session on Friday, so we'll be looking at doing that again this week.
Nice.
So hopefully we can get a few people on board. That was good fun. And Brad says he only wants to play party games now, so he knows who's shooting him.
There you go. Yeah, maybe this Saturday. Well, I gotta think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out, because we really need to get this going again, because that's a lot of fun. I've been watching the videos every once in a while and laughing at what happens. So, yeah.
It's good fun. It's good fun. I mean, we need to do it more, and get to know, everybody that we talk to and everyone that listens to the podcast more.
Yeah, sure. Move on. Don't forget to join the forum. Sign up. Talk to us, make topics, introduce yourself, say hello, we're all nice. Also, as we said last week, we are now on iTunes, so yes, celebrate. You can now subscribe to us and get your podcast fix on iTunes.
Yeah, one thing I'll just say on that, Tyler, search for the VitaCast and you'll find us straight away. searching for PS Vita or PlayStation, everything like that. There's so many podcasts that use those search terms. Specifically search for the VitaCast, you'll find us straight away.
There you go.
Or you could just go to our website and click on the VitaCast on the top bar, and there's a link to the iTunes subscribe right there.
Kyle's so smart.
That would be the easiest.
Well, there you go. That's this week's episode. So thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great week.